I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Boy, you're tall for a cow. Look at that. It's raining. I love the rain. It's great for my crops. Have you seen the forecast? How long is it supposed to rain in the Red River Valley?
Let me check my handy-dandy cow phone. It's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights.
You silly cow. That's not going to happen.
Actually, the longest precipitation recorded was for 247 days in Hawaii. So this is totally possible.
Well, let's have some fun in the rain.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Look at that water level.
Calm down. It's not even that high.
I don't know. Just a few inches of water can cost thousands of dollars in damage.
So let's get in my truck and get out of here.
No! 60% of deaths and floods are from people in vehicles.
So what should we do?
Let's get to higher ground.
Hey, maybe you were right about the forecast.
Moo.
My cows are floating away!
Yeah, flooding costs farms the most because we lose all of our crops, cattle, and machinery, which is the main way we get money.
Oh boy, that's very reassuring. And hey, look at that water level.
Well, according to my cow phone, it says that floods are considered major at 30 feet.
You're my last cow!
In 2009, 91,000 cattle died in North Dakota due to flooding and extreme weather. But I'm not going to die on you.
Look at that! The rain stopped! The flood's receding! Hooray! My farm's gone!
Yeah, last year flood damage cost the U.S. $2 billion.
Hey, who's that I see off in the distance?
Hi, my name is Noah, and I'm a disaster assessor from the Red Cross, and I'm here to look at your flood damage. I'm going to fill out all the information from the flood with this form. Once all the forms have been submitted, volunteers will come and give you food and shelter.
So how long will it take?
Given the size of the disaster, it'll probably take 2 to 3 weeks to finish filling out all the forms and then submitting them to headquarters. Now, wait here. I have to go see my boss. Oh my goodness, this is going to take so long. This house is destroyed and 70% of the roof is gone. This house is inaccessible, and this one is also destroyed. Here are all the forms I finished filling out. It took me 12 hours to complete. After looking at all the flood damage, I was wondering just how much does the nation really spend on flooding?
The nation actually spends $3.7 billion a year on flooding.
Really? That much?
Yeah. Anyway, good job with the assessments. I have another route for you to assess. But this time, thanks to these lovely girl engineers, I have a new iPad application for you to use.
Oh, how does it work?
We'll tell you about it.
We've made an app for you to use when you're assessing the houses.
First, you log in with the information given to you by your boss. Then you get to pages of all the houses you've already assessed. They are color-coded by the amount of damage. For example, red means destroyed and green only means affected. There's also a GPS map that tells you where you've already been and where you still need to go, like Google Maps.
On this page, when you tap on a house, it brings you to a page where you can select the type of house, level of damage, and other things you may need to know about the house. You can also add some extra information if needed.
Ooh, I think this will be very helpful when I'm assessing the houses. Thank you. This is going by so fast. This one is inaccessible, this one is destroyed, and finally this one is minor. I'm already done.
Boy, that was fast.
Yeah, I used to work for Jimmy John's, but this app helped a lot too. I really like the color coding of the houses and the highlighted route. Now I'll never get lost again.
Okay, good work. Now, go help pass out food to the flood victims.
Okay.
Hey, that didn't take very long.
Yeah, I had something new to help me out. Have a sandwich. You know, you should consider building a boat because I built one in the past and it worked pretty darn well.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, that was the end of our presentation. So, as I was saying,
I have a question first.
All right, yes.
There.
I'm a little bit confused on what your solution is. Is it the iPad app or the boat?
the iPad.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm focused on it.
So-
And I know you got a lot of things to tell me. Let me ask a few questions first, okay? So the tagline for Nature's Fury is prepare, stay safe, rebuild. Where do you think your solution falls in?
Well, we think that it's staying, or rebuilding because they have to go and they look at all of, the Red Cross goes and looks at all of the houses, and then they help them by giving them food and shelter, and our app mainly focuses on getting the numbers and information for that.
Because before they can do the food and shelter, they need to fill out all these forms, and that's like the #1 priority.
Okay, okay. Do you guys have a bibliography in here for where you got your information?
No.
We do know our sources though.
Yes, we do.
Okay, if you could just tell me.
All right, floodsmart.gov, the National Geographic site, the Red Cross
Okay,
website.
okay.
And-
What about real people, experts?
Yes, well, we went to a Red Cross workshop.
Okay,
And then we also interviewed 2 disaster assessors from the Red Cross.
In the binder.
And one of them was Kelly Rowe, which she's like the head of most of the northern part of Minnesota, and she handles all that disaster assessment. And we showed her the app and so our idea and all that. And
And we also interviewed Karen Campion, who was a disaster assessor for the Red Cross, and I put it in the binder there. She gave us a lot of feedback on how to improve the app, and we showed it to her before state when we made a bunch of changes, and she said that it was a lot easier, and she really liked it.
And so some of the feedback she gave us was that we were gonna have a camera for our app, but then she said that there's like, they can't take pictures and it wouldn't be necessary, and so she gave us feedback like that.
because there's a privacy issues with taking photos. And we told her our idea because at regionals, we only had screenshots of the app. We didn't have a demo, but so we showed her that idea, and then also afterward, we showed her our demo. And so we were gonna explain it
Yes,
to
would
you
you like to
now.
look at our demo up close now?
Yes.
You know, let me see if we've got time for that. I could already see the quality of it. What, are there other things out there, other applications that are trying to address the same issue?
Yes, there are. Washington County is making an app similar to this, except they're making the information that they're trying to get is more for FEMA, and they're trying to get like the insurance perspective of it, whereas this app is designed for the Red Cross, and it only pertains to like people who need help, not
As well as the
insurance.
fact that Washington County's app can only be used in Washington County.
And it has stuff like how many deaths occurred, and that's not things that the Red Cross looks into when they're doing this damage assessment. So they deem that unnecessary when they're doing it.
And we asked the Red Cross which one they liked, and they liked ours a lot, even a little bit better.
And the Red Cross also used the PDA ones. And so,
It's like this little device, it kind of looks like a calculator screen, and they would just go and click it.
Yeah, except for it has like really small words and stuff, so they couldn't really use it that way.
Okay, so you talked to the Red Cross, they liked it. What's preventing, implementation of this right now? What are the things you have to do to actually get this implemented?
Well, it would take about 8 weeks to actually have a full functioning app, and
It would cost $1,000 to $100,000 to make the app, and that's with getting programmers to make it and testers and also a project manager and a user. And a
This is
user
like all
interface
with
designer.
cost would
The
actually cost them.
approximation is about 100,000, but it actually take about 97,000.
Yes.
And we got this estimate from one of our sponsors, Magenic, who makes apps, so they found us some
Okay.
funds.
Yes. All right.
And over time, that cost would
Paper itself.
Paper itself.
because they'll get so much done that it'll
Yeah,
be so.
it cuts back
Okay.
on time and labor.
And they'd actually own it versus having to share with a bunch of other organizations.
Okay, did you talk with the Red Cross specifically about, would they be able to afford $100,000 to build this type of thing?
Yeah, so for the iPads, that is one part of the cost. They have their own personal devices, and they also have iPads in the office. So, and during a disaster, other Red Cross offices ship their iPads to them for help.
And they also can get like a government grant for the money and fundraising and stuff.
They also have a budget that they already planned for, so they can fit that amount into their budget.
Okay, so what's the next step?
The next step would probably be turning it into an actual app from the demo.
Yeah, because this is just a demo from used with the app called App Cooker. So we would want to actually make it into a working app.
Okay, you want to or you're going to?
We are going to.
We are going to.
Okay, so do you have a plan to work with the Red Cross to actually make this thing a reality?
Well, we've already talked to them about it and such, and
And they seem really interested in it. And because Kelly Rowe, she had a quote, and she wants to get rid of paper so bad, like because
It's killing trees.
yes, and plus our app would be better rather than paper because she has to go and type all of the things that they hand wrote into the computer. And sometimes they fill it out wrong and they can't read their writing. And then people have debates on what is what, because someone might say this is like
Major.
and someone say it's minor. But with ours, they have a checklist right there that you can click so you can see, oh, it's got no checks in major, it must be minor because it has all the checks.
And also, some of the papers would get lost, so this way, nothing would get lost.
So it actually helps the people there faster because it gets to make computer faster.
And Karen Campion said that it'd take even less than half of the time as the paper forms
Yes.
to do this.
Okay, so in your presentation, you talked about, what was it, 12 weeks?
12 hours.
No, it was 3 to 4 weeks, that's right.
2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, something like that. It was weeks
Yeah.
versus hours. Was that dramatic for the presentation, or is that a realistic estimation of how long it takes now? Does it really take 2 or 3 weeks to get people food and shelter?
And
Yeah,
that's what we
it
got
does.
from interviewing the Red Cross.
So what do people do for 2 or 3 weeks?
The Red Cross set up shelters nearby, so